Hey guys, how are you doing today? Hope everybody is having a really super awesome day today so far, regardless of what time of day it may be, morning it or not. I hope you're having a really good one. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gabe. This is Gabe Loves Makeup, and I'm just a hot mess most of the time, but if you want to chill out and hang out with me today, then hang out. A cup of coffee, a glass of wine, whatever may make you feel comfortable, because we're going to be talking about some new makeup today, guys. I'm really excited about this. I love planning new stuff. If you've not seen any of my videos, you know that I love new things, but we're going to be playing with the new Natasha Denona palette, a Glam palette. I think it's what, Glam Face palette. Yeah, we're going to be playing with that one in the light. I also have some Rouge Dior in the House of Atelier collection from the holiday collection. We also have the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which is new to me. I've never used this before. I've been playing with it, so I have a little bit of thoughts about it, but it's new on this channel talking about it. And then we have the Giorgio Armani Luminous powder. I think I've talked about this once, but I wanted to talk about this some more too, as well as some of the Color Stay lip liners, because Tati Westbrook, she talked about these all the time on her channel, and I finally picked up some. I wanted to see what they were all about. And then I have the palette here with blush and highlight in it, stuff from Lancome. We might be using some of this. I don't know yet, but we might be planning this some. And then I have the Eldridge, the Seamless Skin, the foundation. And, you guys, if you're following me, you know that I've already done a little bit of a video on this one, but I just want to give you guys my thoughts on it because I've been wearing it quite a bit. But I'm going to play with this on the channel today. So if you guys are interested in seeing me playing some new makeup and want to know my thoughts on things, then, then stick around and let's have some fun. So I'm going to roll up my sleeves and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the Milk Hydro Grip Primer first. We're going to play in that some. So while I'm putting this on, I just want to say, fall is not over really just yet, but we're getting ready to go into the Christmas holidays. So my backdrop will be changing soon, but my intro will change. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a holiday intro. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think, because you guys love my fall holiday intro. So I was like, well, maybe I should do a Christmas one. So I maybe do one of those. And I've got some decorations that I'm going to play with them and see what I can come up with. But so this primer here, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, is such a big rave. Everybody raves about it. It's been a big, it's not new in the industry, but it's really new to me. I'm still getting used to it a little bit. When I first tried it, I wasn't really crazy about it. And then I've been playing with it a little bit more. I'm actually starting to kind of like it. So it's not really that bad. It's a little sticky. It reminds me a little bit of the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer that I love so much, but it smells better. This one smells a little bit like glue. It doesn't smell great. But if you don't like fragrance, then you might really like this one. But so far, so good. I'm kind of enjoying this one. It does help, and it does make the makeup stick really well. So I will give it that much, because I've been using it for the last 3 or 4 days, because I did pick this up in the Sephora haul. So I did pick that up. So it is really good so far. So I'm really kind of enjoying it. So before I go in with the foundation, I'm going to do a little bit of the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin, the Elevated Glow, and we're going to do that. And this is in the Solar Light. And I always use this all over because a lot of people have been asking me what makes my skin look so juicy on screen. And it is this stuff. This is what I use. And you guys, normally I have it on already when I start the camera, but I wanted to put it on for you guys today so you could kind of see. So normally I just kind of go in with a little bit of my BK Beauty 101 brush, and I just kind of go in and just tap it in a little bit. And I use it like a primer over top of the, usually I've been using a little bit more of a tacky primer, and I press it over the primer and it sticks to it. And it just gives me that really beautiful glow, because the foundation we're going to be using has a little bit of more of a natural finish. It's not really glowing. It's not really matte either. But it is just a really beautiful glow to the skin. I just love it. And then I usually will do it over top again towards the end again. So now talking about the Lisa Eldridge foundation. So I finally picked up a bottle of it. I've been using the samples that was sent to me whenever I got the lipstick. And I did a little bit of a review on it already. But just to give you guys a really quick overview of it again, this is an intelligently formulated self-setting foundation that blends effortlessly into the skin and unifies the skin with a natural-looking, soft, focused finish. The skin-friendly formula gives customizable coverage that fuses seamlessly with the skin. Start with the little and build to your desired level of enhanced perfection. And then she's got tips on her website if you want to go in. But this is the outside of the packaging. If you guys want to see it, it looks really, really cute. It's in a really pretty box. It has your color on the top of it. My shade is the number 18. When you open it, it actually looks like this. So actually, I've got my bottle turned around. Kind of like that, and it comes in with a little bit of the application, so the little pamphlet with it. So it actually rests in this. So I mean, it's really, really beautiful. This is what the bottle looks like. So she looks a little bit kind of like a really capsule. It's almost like a little egg capsule. So she's very kind of bougie. She doesn't stand up. She lays down. But if you keep it in the box, you can actually stand it in the box and it will actually stand. But it's got a beautiful cap on it. It has the Lisa Eldridge on the front of it. It looks really beautiful. Your shade is on the back of it. And then it comes with a beautiful pump in the inside of it. It doesn't really say that you have to shake it, but I'm going to take a little bit. And then I start with a pump. We start with the pump, and again, I'm going to go in with my BK brush, and this is in the 101 brush. This is the famous BK brush. When this video is going up, you guys, the sale will be starting on Tuesday, which is like, I think it's November the 23rd. I think the date's the 21st because it's a Sunday. I think it's the 23rd, but I'm not sure. But the Angie brushes will be back in stock again, and she's coming up with the travel set too, and they're going to have a sale. So just throwing it out there. So if you guys are interested in new brushes or for somebody for Christmas, you know, these brushes are really awesome. But I think this one's in the travel set. I think there's a mini of this one in the travel set. So I'm going to take a little bit right here, and we're just going to start, and I'm just going to kind of start blending it out a little bit. And I'm going to tap in it a little bit more. And just by the way, guys, I did do a little bit of my Giorgio Armani Eyes Could Kill mascara. And I did a little bit of just a little tight line on my eyes just so we could get started a little bit on that before I started. So that's the only thing I had on my face other than my skincare before we started. So if you guys just wanted to kind of follow along or what have you, you will just know what I had on so far. I have to take a moment out and just tell you how fabulous this foundation is. This foundation is, I'm going to just spoil it. It's going to be my foundation of the year. I'm telling you guys, this foundation, I have used this foundation for the last 2 weeks. I've been using up that sample till I got this. I mean, I must have used every sample. I had the one with, I think it was 16, 17, and 18, 19. Maybe if those were the colors that were in it, but there was like 4 of them. 18 was the one that I used, but I finished it up. Then I went to 17, then I went to 16. I used them all just because I wanted to just keep using it because it's such a good foundation. Can I tell you this stuff, when you set it or it sets, it will not come off. It stays on beautifully all day. And I wear a mask all day because it's like I wear in retail and if I'm working in my other job, I mean, I'm always wearing a mask because we're still in a mask. And so especially employees, we still have to wear one. And I'm telling you, it still stays on even with the mask on. I have people telling me, even with my mask on, how pretty my skin looks. And I mean, you know, and that is through a mask. They just like your skin, like, and I've had people say, "Are you doing something different? What's going on with you? What's happening with you? What's going on?" And I'm like, I'm telling you, this foundation makes your skin look so gorgeous. It's like a unique formula that I've just never seen before. It is just so beautiful, and it just blends so well into the skin, and you can kind of build it up and to any of the coverages you want. And I usually start off really, really light. I don't start off really, really heavy. It does dry down to not a matte finish, but it's got a little bit more of a it's got a natural finish, but you can make it, you can manipulate this foundation to anything you want. If you want it to be dewier, make it dewier with your primer. Or you can add more juiciness over top of it too. If you're more oilier, you can manipulate it and make it more, use a more mattifying primer and stuff up underneath it to make it more matte. You can manipulate it any way you want to. The only thing I would say about as far as the bottle and stuff goes, the packaging, is just that the fact that it just doesn't stand up, which doesn't bother me at all. I don't really care. It doesn't matter as long as the foundation wears well and it's a good foundation. It doesn't have sunscreen in it, which I don't care for anyway. I prefer not having it in there. Again, it's just you don't need to set it with powder if you don't want to. I mean, this foundation is just so good. It's just like, I can't explain it. And everybody that I've seen that's used it, for the most part, really, really like it. To me, it doesn't settle in anything. I don't have that problem anyway with like settling in, you know, wrinkles or whatever, because I don't usually have that problem, especially in here or anywhere else. I don't usually have that problem anyway. But I mean, it just does a beautiful job of seamlessly making the skin look really luminous, and it just gives it this beautiful blurring effect on the skin, and so well. I just can't tell you how much I love this foundation. It's just so good. It's so freaking good. I've got to tell you, it's like, you know, you have to check it out. If you can order the samples on her site for like $3. And I think that if you purchase anything, like if you purchase a lipstick or a lip gloss or just one or two things, you know, you can get you a free packet of the samples to try it. You don't have to go out and buy it. You know, because I've heard mixed, some people have not been that crazy about it. You know, and I'm very, very dry, very dry. And, you know, and again, I'll probably throw up in here in a card like what my skin type is and what I look for in a foundation. But it is just everything that I kind of want in a foundation. I manipulate it to be the dewy, radiant look that I want it to be. And it does a really, really good job of that. So, I mean, I'm really, really happy with it. So I can't complain. So let's move on, because we've got some more stuff to talk about. So, I mean, you guys, if you guys want to check out my video, I will put it up here if you want to see my first reaction to it. When I put on the lipsticks and everything else, if you want to see what I thought about that, I will put that up here so you can see it. A little bit of this Armani powder. Now, this Armani Luminous powder, because I work for Swan Beauty, we do special events like every once in a while. And when we do that, and they sell this on Swan Beauty, which they also carry this on Sephora. It's also on the Armani website. You can get it at Nordstrom's, you can get it at Neiman's, you can get it anywhere where they sell Armani Beauty. But it is such a beautiful powder. I'm telling you, when you use this powder, it feels like silk. It's so beautiful and so silky. And when you put it on the skin, it makes your skin look so beautiful and so creamy and dreamy. It's like this really beautiful finishing powder. And they have it in about, I think there's like maybe 8 shades of this, I think. I have it in the shade 7, and I think it's around $64, I think is what it is how much it is. And it comes with a little brush up underneath, or it has a little brush. I took it out, but it has a little brush with it. And what I do with it is I normally just take a brush and I just kind of swirl it all over. So I'm going to do that because it doesn't really affect me. Again, it doesn't really affect if I do cream or whatever over top of it. So I'm going to use the BK brush 106, and we're going to tap a little bit. And this is a little bit more of a denser brush. And we're just going to take it and kind of lightly just buff it a little bit. And we might really do it again later. But it just makes your skin, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it just really makes the skin look super, just perfect. Like, just look how pretty that is. Not that the foundation's not doing it already, but this just really just sets it and makes it look really beautiful, and it gives this really pretty, radiant undertone glow to it, and it just looks so beautiful. And it just really beautiful, flawless complexion, which I really, really love. I've not even got to open yet. So this is what the palette looks like. So she looks like this. She looks absolutely stunning. See how gorgeous she is. Look at that. How beautiful that is. Like, it's like a Hollywood glamour. Like it's very old school Hollywood. It kind of reminds me of that kind of gold look. But so this is what it looks like in the inside. You guys see. So this is the highlighter, and then you have the blush here, and then of course it has the little lifter thing here, and then then you have the shadows down below, and it tells you where to put everything. I'm trying to back up where you can see a little bit with the light on how it kind of looks. It looks really pretty. I was debating on whether to get the dark or the light. I really, really enjoy what I really enjoy is these. I do like these lighter colors because this would be something I would use more often than the dark probably. The dark kind of reminded me a little bit of Patrick Ta, so I was kind of like, well, I already have something similar to that, so I got this, and I like the highlighter and stuff in this one better, so I decided to go with this one instead. So let's get started on our eyes, shall we, and see what happens. So I'm going to pull out a little bit of my Natasha Denona. I'm going to do a little bit of my eyelid primer. We're going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to tap a little bit here on the lid. I'm going to take my Angie brush, and we're just going to take it and just kind of buff that out a little bit on the lid a little bit. You don't have to use a primer, again, if you don't want to. Some people like to use one and some people don't. But this is just really, it just makes it, I just love this primer. This primer is really eyelid primer. If you've never tried it, I think it's like $25 or something. And I know that Natasha Denona, like everybody else, is doing like a 25% off or something like that on her site. So everybody's doing a big sale. So make sure you catch out one of the sales. If you like any brand right now is a really good time to go in. Like Pat McGrath is going bananas on her site. I mean, like I think I mentioned it all in my video before. I will send you guys out on the day after Thanksgiving. I will try to send out some on my community page if you guys want like links. I can send you some links and kind of give you some ideas on some places to shop if you want to look at it. You know, Sephora's already had their great big one. I mean, they'll have some buys and stuff on there, but I'm sure they won't have like a lot of actual sales. But all the other sites are doing sales. So definitely check out, a lot of the department stores are doing sales. A lot of things is going on, especially online. So definitely check that out. So what are we going to do? My Refer 16 brush, again, another one that's doing a 50% sale. I'm going to dab into this transition shade here. This look looks super, super easy. So I'm really excited about this. So I love me some easy look. And that's a good thing. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. It's very, very pretty. Palette that I was disappointed with this year that was Natasha Denona was the Love palette, and it's just because I just didn't think the colors just didn't pay off. Guys, let me down below what you think. I mean, did you get the Natasha Love palette this year, or have you purchased it? Did you like it? I mean, I was just disappointed with the pigment. I just didn't think it was as good as her other stuff. I don't know. It's just one of the ones that I just am not crazy about. And the layout of it and the palette itself looks gorgeous, but I just didn't care for it as much. I don't know why. I just didn't. But yeah, it just was one of those that I just didn't really care for. But most of her palettes are usually flawless. Where she said crease, we might as well just follow the directions. So we'll just follow what she says. I might have to go a little bit more ham with the shimmer though. Like, I don't know if I'm going to just put it where she's got just inner corner and outer corner. But their colors are really beautiful. They're very neutral. I mean, this palette is like it's pretty foolproof. I don't think you can really make a mistake with this palette. If you're a new Natasha Denona fan or somebody that's never used Natasha Denona, this is a good palette to start with. And for $58, it's $58 for one of her face palettes is usually they're normally around $50 alone. So you're getting the shadow to go with it, and then it's just a really nice palette. I mean, when you get it all together, it's super easy. You don't have to make a lot of decisions on how to use it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of use it different ways if you want, but I mean, it's not complicated, is what I'm trying to say. Especially if you are a little bit of a beginner with shadow, or you don't know anything about shadow, or you want something that's going to be very simple. I think this would be a very good palette to start with. I'm going to go in with a little bit of liner first. I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in the Enhanced Magnifier. It's from the Super Nudes collection, and it's like a duo. So you have the white and then you have the darker. And this is what I used in my tight line earlier. And these things dry super quick, so you got to work fast with them. So I'm going to take it and go across a little bit with it. 003, and I'm going to tap it in the smoke shade, and I'm going to go over that liner, and I'm just going to smoke those together. See, it's like that, smoking it together. And then I'm going to take this up in here, and we're just going to make this just a tad bit more intense right through there. And really easy. Super easy. Then I'm going to take that same brush, and we're going to tap back in smoke. And I'm going to add just a little bit more up in there. Just to add that little bit more right there. Just to give it a little bit more oomph to it. But look how pretty that is. Do anything underneath yet. I haven't made up my mind on that yet. But I really just want to, thinking about just doing it more all on the top. But that looks really pretty. It has the outer corner and it has the inner corner. So let's do the outer corner. I'm going to take my finger. I'm actually going to do my finger. Or actually, you know what? I have that really good packing brush by Angie, the one that they sent me in BK Beauty, and this one, the A505 brush. A505 brush. I'm going to take a little bit of it, and we're going to take it into this beautiful metallic look in the outer corner, and it looks like this. So it looks really, really pretty. So a little bit right here in the center. Ooh. Oh, this is why I got this palette. That is gorgeous. That is really stunning. Oh yeah, that is really pretty. Natasha on her metallics, they're a little more, this is like some very foiled metallic, which is not in, doesn't seem like it's really in any of her other palettes. So I'm really enjoying it. It almost looks really wet, which I'm loving. It's so beautiful. It looks so pretty on the eye, but it looks flattering. It's not chunky. It looks really beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Guys, you know what? I totally forgot about doing a swatch for you. I'm so sorry. I got so excited about being in a palette, I forgot about it. So let me do a really quick little swatch here. So this is the inner corner. This is the transition. I'm so sorry about that. I cannot believe I went through this far. I forgot to do a swatch for you, but I forgot. But you have to build the transition up a little bit because it's so natural looking. And then this is the crease. Let's do that one a little bit. I'm terrible at swatching. You guys know that I'm not a very good swatcher. And then this is the one that we just did, the outer corner. Look how, oh my God, that is just so pretty. How pretty is that? And then we're going to do, this is the smoke, the one that we used last. So that is kind of what you're dealing with, what you're working with. And then let's dip into I'll show the blush and stuff real quick. Now the cream blushes in Natasha Denona, you have to work with them. So you have to take off that top layer first to kind of get to the blush underneath. So you have to kind of work with it a little bit. So you got to take off that top layer first so you get the really nice color underneath it. But it's more of a powdery, this is more of a powdery formula. So it's like to get to it, it's really pretty. It looks nice. I don't know how it's going to swatch. But yeah, it's pretty. I mean, yeah, now it feels much creamier now that I've worked it. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Now it's looking more, you can get to the pigment. It's usually her cream blushes I'm not crazy about. I've tried them and I'm not really crazy about them. So we're going to see how that kind of works on me. But then now the Star Glow is the highlight. So this is the highlight. But wow, that is just, oh my God, over this is going to look so good. It's going to look so hot. This is the reason why this is the reason why I got this palette, because it is just so pretty. Number 13 brush, and we're going to go in and I'm going to dip a little bit into the inner corner. I'm going to tap a little bit of that on right through there. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, she's pretty. That is really pretty. And you know I love me some bling in the inner corner. Hi. You know I love me that hoey and glowy. We love to be hoey. And then the glowy comes after being the hoey. Oh my God, I'm having too much fun with this. This is beautiful. I'm going to take that up just a little bit. I want to bling it out a little bit more. And I just want to make sure that we got that blinged, that really blend out a little bit more, because I want that little bit of that showgirls Naomi a little. A little showgirl going on. Just to kind of give a little bit more out there. But wow, it's just really beautiful. So I put some lashes on. I did my Inky Minky lashes. I got them in the Hey They're Gorgeous. And I trimmed them just a little bit because they were just a little bit too long. And I wanted you to be able to see a little bit more in the back. But it looks really beautiful. And I added a little bit more of the inner corner highlight. And then I did the Charlotte Tilbury, the white in the inside of my eye. So I did the inside. And then I painted with my Scott Burn brush. I actually painted mascara. So I painted my lashes on with the actual eyeliner brush, just to paint them on a little bit, to give them a little bit more of a nice, you get a little something, but you don't take away the white on the bottom. So it turned out really pretty. So it looks really good. So now let's go into, before we do the blush, I want to do the lipstick because I don't know how much blush I want. So let's do the lips, because I'm thinking about maybe a red lip with this. So in the Dior, I'm sorry, I actually got it at Dillard, so it's got the little sticker on the side of it. But I got the Dior, this is the Taupe Isopon, and it's a matte, and it's in the Diorific. So this is what it looks like. It looks like this. It's absolutely stunning. So a little story about the Dior collection. In my Will I Buy It video for October, I was definitely against getting any of the Dior holiday collection. But I've seen Dior's collections many times and they're very beautiful and it's great, but I just wasn't going to pick up any. But then I saw the lipsticks and I was like, and the lipsticks, the pictures did not justice, guys. They're just so pretty. So on the lipstick, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm hoping that the camera will pick it up. But if you can see, this is see, it's a little bit more of a darker brown, but it's got the actually House of Atelier around the edges of it. You might be able to see it better on the red, but then you have the CD on it, and then you can see it. It's just embroidered all the way around it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to swatch a little bit of this on my hand so you can see what it looks like. So we're getting ready to mess up the CD, so I just messed that up. But see how beautiful that is? It's like a really beautiful mocha chocolate brown. It's just so, so beautiful. And it's a really beautiful matte. And these Diorifics, they only sell them in the holidays. That's it. But they used to be a permanent part of the brand for about 3 or 4 years. It was an actual staple of the brand in the 90s. And then the Dior took them away. And now they only bring them back in holiday. So they're very great to have. But they're super, super cute. And they're great. And the lipstick formula is amazing. It feels really great. Then in the Rouge Dior, we have the Winter Poppy 862, and this is a velvet. Now, I've got to tell you guys, so on this one, you can actually, again, it has the House of Atelier wrapped around the actual bullet, or the whole of the outside packaging of it, before you see the inside of it. Is so gorgeous. And then this is the lipstick. This is the most, and it's got the actual Christian Dior, the original Christian Dior label on the top of it. It looks so, so, so beautiful. And this color, I've never seen a red like this. This red is so unique that when I saw it, I was like, this color is just so, I've never seen anything like it. So I'm going to swatch that too right above it. It is like this beautiful blue, red, berry. It's got like this really shift, almost like pink, but then it's just a unique kind of red. And I thought with this look with the Natasha, I thought it would look so, so, so pretty. So I'm going to definitely probably put this on, and I might use the other one in another video. But I am really, really, really excited about this one. Everybody knows who Tati is. Her favorite lip liners are the Color Stay, and her favorite color is this Totally Toffee lip liner. She wears it all the time. It's like her favorite one. So I did pick this up because Ulta was having a buy one, get 50% off. And I wanted a red lip liner because I didn't really have a really good one. And I thought, well, I'll try this one. This one is the brick red color in 150. So let me swatch these for you just so you can see it. So Totally Toffee is like, it actually will match that lipstick very, very well. It's like a really nude brown color. And this is the one that Tati raves about. And by the way, they have a little sharpener at the top too. You can pull it off the top. So, and I think that the real price of these, without being on sale or anything, I think they're around $7-8 ish or something like that. So they're not bad. I guess they're supposed to be a longwear because it is part of the Colorstay line, which is Maybelline's longwear. This is the brick red. So that's what the brick red looks like. So I think if I just barely line my lips with it a little bit, it won't take away from the lipstick too much because I don't want to take away from the lipstick too much. But with the red, I do like to line my lips. So let's line. This is the brick red and the Maybelline. And it did a really good job. It's very creamy and went on really smooth. I mean, this is a good lip pencil so far, so it feels really good. So we'll see how it goes with the lipstick, but it seems really good. Just to give you guys a little, I don't know if you guys know, but take a little, this is my Scott Barnes brush in 59, and you can take a little bit of concealer on the back of your hand and go just around the edges of it and just smooth it out and go around it. And then you can dip it also in a little powder and just set it around the edges, so therefore it won't go anywhere. This is a little bit more of a velvet matte formula, so it won't budge as much. But if you got something a little bit more creamy or something, if you take a powder with a little concealer around the edges and smooth it out really good, you get more of that really defined lip, which is what we want, or that's what I want. I typically like more of a defined lip, but some people don't like it as full, but I like to look really, my lips are pretty full anyway, but I just like to even them out, make them look really pretty. But now let's go into this Dior lipstick because I'm so excited to try this lipstick. It looks so, so, so pretty, so I'm excited. So let's see what it looks like. Oh. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, wow, that is so pretty. This color is like, look how pretty my teeth look so white. I love the way it makes my teeth look. This color is like a fairy tale color. It reminds me so much of like a Snow White color. It's just so really pretty and just this really beautiful fairy tale-ish, like something out of a storybook look or lip to it. It's just something about it reminds me of Snow White. I don't know why, but it just does. It's just very, very pretty. I love it. It's really gorgeous. By the way, guys, these are limited edition shades as far as I know, unless something happens and Dior decides to keep them. I know the Diorific, again, these only come in the holiday collections or when they do holiday. And I don't know about the Winterberry. I do know that these are rechargeable, so you can you can pop them in and out and actually interchange them with other lipsticks, so you can do that. It is part of the Rouge Dior and they all do that. But this color is just insane. It's just so, so pretty. So now that we've got that done, let's get some blush on. So I'm going to do just a little bit. I don't know if I should just try, maybe just a little bit of bronzer. So I'm going to take I've got a little bit of my Jouer Bronzer. It's nothing new. I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm going to do let's do the softer side of it. They're like it's like a really beautiful soft bronzer. So I don't want to do too much heavy bronzer with this. I want the eyes and the lips to be a little bit more of the function, maybe some of the cheek. I'm going to take my Refer in 04 brush, which I absolutely love this brush. This brush is so awesome. All my Refer brushes, all my Refer and my BK brushes, they're so good. I can't tell you how much I really, really enjoy them. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the bronzer up in here, and we're doing the lighter shade. I might tap a little bit of the darker in with it, just a little bit, just to kind of give a little bit of definition here. I don't want to go too crazy with bronzer, just to kind of warm up the face a little bit. Yeah, it just looks really beautiful. So before I do, let me take the Refer brush here in 03. I'm going to take a little bit of it, and we're going to dip back into my Armani powder. And what I want to do with it is I'm just going to swirl it in the powder a little bit. And we're just going to go around and buff the edges of the bronzer with it, just to make it look really blend together, so we don't really see much of the bronzer. See how that just give it like a little definition, but it just smoothed it out and give it like a little color, and it's still got that really pretty glow, which I like. Now we are going to go back into the Natasha palette, and I've been, because now we've already dug into the blush already, so now we're going to do the blush side. So I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to do it with a brush or do it with a sponge. I think I'm going to do it with a sponge. I'm going to do it with my Sonia Kashuk. Sorry, it's stained from another blush. So I'm going to take it and dip it in to the blush a little bit. I'm gonna pick up quite a bit of it. And then we're gonna tap over the bronzer. Start bringing it back a little bit. I washed the sponge, but I've been using that Selena Gomez blush that I love, and it stained it a little bit. Ooh, this is pretty. It's very pretty. It's very soft. I like that. It's impressing me a little bit. It's a little bit better than the other cream blushes that I've used by her. This is definitely a lot more impressive. You can kind of build it up a little bit. So I'm just really getting in there. And since I've taken out that film, I'm gonna take a little bit on my nose. It definitely looks, that is beautiful. Before I do the highlighter, I think I'm going to do a little more pop of color in this Lancome blush here. I'm going to do these two. This is highlighter and this is bronzer, but I'm just going to use a little pop of these two together. This color is very pigmented. It's extremely pigmented. Both of them are really pigmented. So you don't need a lot of it, believe it or not. And this comes in the holiday set. So, and you would think usually in these holiday sets that the color is not that vivid, but this color is pretty vivid. It comes up pretty good. I'm just going to tap a little bit more over that just to give it a little bit more pop there. Because I want a little bit more fleshy, because you know we like fleshy. Ooh, and it's going good over that Natasha. It looks really good over it, Ashley. My Refer fan brush, and this is in 20. We're going to take it and we're going to dive into the highlighter here. So I'm going to take a little bit in it. Now, she's really pigmented, I know for sure, because I've seen people. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That is, ooh, that's pretty. Really build her up. As you know, we like bling. So I love it. The wetter it looks. Ooh. Ooh. That is, yes, ma'am. Ooh. Jennifer Lopez, eat your heart out, honey. Woo! That is just some bling. I love it. And again, Natasha's highlighters normally don't look this wet. They usually look a little bit more subdued, and I'm here for this wetness. I'm here for it. Ooh, God, this is gorgeous. Ooh, oh my God, that is so pretty. You guys see that? It's just so pretty. Wow. Take a little bit down here. Ooh, that is just stunning. Ooh. What do we think of some of these items? So I really like the Milk Hydro Grip. I really like it. I'm still going to be playing with it a little bit more, but who knows? I mean, it might actually be up there on my primer list soon, because I do really like the way it does, and I do like the way that it sticks, and I do like that it kind of lets your glow kind of come through, and it really doesn't take away from my seamless skin, my elevated glow, which I really like, because sometimes primers can kind of counteract with it, but because I really love this product. This is my favorite highlighter of the year, which doesn't, going into the next product, doesn't surprise me that this may be my favorite foundation of the year. And I've tried a lot of foundations this year, being this is my first year, my first year on having a channel, and I'm really, really loving this foundation. It is seamless. It is beautiful. It does stay on. It is a really, really good foundation. I can't recommend this one enough to you guys, or to just at least try a sample of it. It is just super, super beautiful. It's just such a great, great product. I definitely recommend this one to you guys, and it's definitely a thumbs up for me, because this is just all around great. The Lancome palette, it comes in the beauty box, which is $78 with the Lancome beauty box. You have to buy $42 in order to get the beauty box, but the beauty box is $78, and it comes with a bunch of full-size products from skincare to makeup to lipsticks or whatever. I have a little mini short film video on here if you want to check it out. It's like a minute long. It gives you all of the ins and outs of what's in the product, but this blush and the blush and the highlighter and the bronzer is pretty good for somebody that's very, very that's not too maybe medium light. If you're any darker than that, it won't show up on you, but it will make a good shadow. But the highlight and the blush does a really, really good job. The lip liners are really good. I really like the way they went on. They're very, very creamy. Really recommend these for to be, and not only be but $7-8. These are good lip liner brushes. Listen at me, lip liners. I'll have to wait to try the Totally Toffee that that Tati really enjoys, that she talked about all the time. And we'll have to try it with this lipstick, maybe in the next video. And then the Armani powder. I can't tell you how much Luminous. This is just Luminous, beautiful, radiant gorgeousness. If you guys are looking for a beautiful setting powder or finishing powder to give your skin a beautiful glow that doesn't settle in any lines or wrinkles, that makes your skin look really smooth and really beautiful and really healthy and really radiant, and you just want to finish it out, or if you want to use it as a setting powder, you can. It is just a really gorgeous, beautiful powder. I'm trying not to say really, because I said really a lot in the other one. So, and then that brings us to, I think we got everything except for the Natasha palette. And I mean, you guys, this palette is gorgeous. I mean, the highlight is different from her other highlights. It's just a unique, really beautiful, wet dream, which most of her highlights again are more on the natural soft side. They are not this beautiful dreaminess that I'm seeing before me, because I'm really loving this. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this highlight. The blush is really good for it to be her cream blush, which again, normally I don't really normally like her cream blush, but it looks really beautiful. It looks very blurring on the skin. It looks very pretty. It's very soft. Just remember that if you do get it, you've got to kind of break it up a little bit when you first, that top layer, you got to break it off a little bit to get to the pigment. But once you get to the pigment, it's really beautiful. I'm sure that it would be even more pigmented if you used it on a brush. I used it with a sponge. So definitely we'll be trying it out with a brush as well. Maybe in another video, because I definitely want to use this one again before the end of the year. I still have her mini a mini Metro palette that I've got to use with the greens and the golds in it. So it may be something we can kind of combine together or something, like a Natasha versus Natasha or something like that. That might be kind of fun. And then, then of course, then these shadows on the inside, these shadows are just absolutely beautiful. Especially the outer corner and the inner corner, they both are really great. The mattes are super soft. They blend very easy, very, very easy, fast look. The whole thing is great. It's great to travel with. It's very compact. It's very sleek. It's really nice. You can travel with. I don't think it would like break or anything or fall apart, because sometimes I have had palettes by her and I have dropped them and they busted all in the inside. The Love palette did that, and also her Love, it was the Love, not the Duo, but there was the 4, it was in the inside of it, and it broke, and 2 of them broke in the inside of it, which just made me so upset, because of I paid, there was like $50 for the damn thing. 50, maybe even more than that, might have been 55, 60 for it. So it is just, it's, you have to be careful with her palette sometimes, but this one feels pretty sturdy enough. I don't think that you'd have to worry about them breaking as bad, but this is just a really, really beautiful palette. And then, then of course, we can't speak enough about the Dior lipsticks. I mean, the Dior, I know this one's going to be good because I love this formula. So I can only imagine what this color is going to look like. It's going to look really stunning, especially this time of year in the winter. And when we're still we're still looking partially, fall's almost done, but we're still in that. And this would look still stunning. It's still great. Especially if you like nudes, it would be really, really beautiful. But this red, man, I'm telling you, it's very, very unique. If it's still available and you can still find it, I got this at my local Dillard's here in Charlotte. But I got like one of the last ones, so they don't have it any more of these. But the last time I looked on the Dior site, I will leave a link down below, and you guys can go on the Dior site. I actually do have a link with Dior, so you can actually go down and look on it. But it was still on the site, so if you guys are interested and you want to get this, I don't think Dior is doing any deals, because them and Chanel don't do discounts. But you can probably go on and check it out if you want to just get the lipstick. It's a really beautiful color. But then they have many more. There's like about 4 more of these, or 3 more of these in this formula in different shades. And then there's about another 3 or 4 in this family in different shades. So you can check that out. But yeah, guys, that's it. I mean, I feel like I've kept you long enough, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the look. The whole thing just looks amazing to me. I'm just so happy with it. I'm just ecstatic, over the moon. Everything that I've gotten, I'm just really happy with. There's nothing that was a dud or didn't work really well. Everything blended well together over top of the foundation. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Remember, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, and love yourself, and remember to be kind to others, because a little kindness can go a long way. And also remember to love someone today, or tell someone that you love them, because life is too short. It's just too short. I'm telling you guys, make sure that you tell somebody that you love them. And, with that said, guys, we will see each other again in the next episode. And we've only got maybe 1 or 2 left with this backdrop, and then we'll be going into Christmas. So anyway, take care, and we will see you again soon. Bye.